What's up, everybody? This is Just Fresh.
And this is Monty Bush.
We are the Jabroni Bros Wrestling Podcast. On this week, we're going to be going over what happened in the world of wrestling. We're going to be talking about what happened on Monday Night Raw,
AEW,
NXT,
Friday Night Smackdown.
We're also going to be going over the crazy Falls Count Anywhere match that happened on AEW Dynamite, as well as the road leading up to the Elimination Chamber. So make sure you guys tap in, follow along at Jabroni Bros Pod.
And you know what? We're also going to be talking about Bow Wow.
Yeah, we are going to be talking about Bow Wow.
Bow Wow.
So make sure you stay tuned. What's up, everybody? This is Just Fresh with the Jabroni Bros Wrestling Podcast. I'm here with my brother, Monty Bush.
Hola, I'm in the building today.
We are back. This is going to be episode 3.
That's right. We're on episode 3.
Yeah, man, we're making moves, man.
That's good.
I mean, a lot of people talk about it, but we put something forward. We said that this is what we wanted to do. We want to start a wrestling podcast, something that we're actually passionate about.
Yeah.
And shit, man, we're making it happen.
Yeah, no, it's been fun. It's gotten me back into the swing of things for the most part, with wrestling, and I'm actually seeing a big response online. So that's dope. I'm seeing people that I know responding to us.
That's what's up, man. Like, let's talk about that. So, with this being a new podcast, man, I've been reaching out to a whole bunch of people, and we've been getting some love, and we wanted to shout out our people that are holding it down for us in the community.
Yeah.
One of the social media channels that are really holding us down is Twitter, man. Within this first week, we gained 141 new followers.
I've seen a lot of retweets. I've seen you going hard on this stuff, like,
hey, man,
on social media, like, you're going crazy, and it's very hard to gain followers to me on Twitter. So the fact that, you're working the system.
Hey, man, I look at it like this, man. We're all from the same community, so it's better for us to engage and not trying to act like you're too cool to actually respond or retweet someone or to like their post. I mean, like what's the point of that? Like, right. We're all in here together. So why not celebrate it together? And one of the biggest follows that we got from the next big thing, Parker Bordeaux.
Dude, I saw, what was he, 6'5", 315, 311 or something like that.
Yo, if you haven't seen my man Parker, this dude looks like a young Brock Lesnar with just hella tats. And
savage.
Like, word on the street is he's in Orlando, so I believe he might be working with NXT someday soon, or we might be able to see him on some other independents. But yo, shout out to you, Parker. We appreciate you, man.
Yeah, we appreciate that big time, man.
Also, man, we've been making some moves, man. We got a new logo, and as you guys can see, we got a new setup, baby. And we just really want to take this serious, and we want you guys to see our side, our personality. So if you haven't checked it out, I need you guys to make sure you go check out us on all of our socials at Jabroni Bros Pod.
Yes, please do that. And listen to the old podcast too, man. Don't be too ashamed for not knowing some shit, because I'm learning as we go too.
Yeah, man. And as you guys seen on the last episode, we might have had a couple of errors, but we definitely made up for it with the visuals.
Yeah.
Now, you ready to get into the shits?
Let's do this.
News and rumors, baby. News and rumors. Okay, first up, we found out that my man Bow Wow, he announces he wanted to join the WWE when his rap career is over. He stated that his last album, with this last album coming up, that after that he's going to focus on TV and film. Said it's been his lifelong childhood dream for him to join WWE, and he wants to tag team with Rey Mysterio. What do you think about that, Bush?
I'm not going to shit on his dream, you know what I mean? Because I think we've all at one point wanted to be in wrestling, you know what I mean? No matter who you are. You're seeing Bad Bunny, you're seeing Snoop, Shaq is getting involved. You know what? Lil Bow Wow wants to change his career and go into wrestling. Maybe he'll show up on NXT one day, and I don't know, maybe he'll fight Leo Rush or something like that.
Yo, man, speaking of Leo Rush, he's been doing his thing in MLW. He actually just won the AAA Cruiserweight Championship. Now he's unifying his MLW Middleweight Championship with the AAA Cruiserweight Championship after he pinned Laredo Kid. And he's making history with this, man. It's an interpromotional title. And you know, he was the former NXT champion and the former manager of Bobby Lashley. And since he's left WWE, he's still been making waves. He's been seen on The Challenge on MTV. And I've seen him on GCW doing matches with Joey Janela. Like he's really doing his thing. So shout out to you, Leo.
Yeah, for real, man. Good for him. Because I mean, I know it's not easy to be in WWE. That's not easy, and to leave.
It's not for everybody.
You know what I mean? And be still successful during this pandemic. Like, yo, props.
Respect. We found out that Rob Gronkowski became the first 24/7 champion to win a Super Bowl.
That's what's up. It's Gronk. You know what I mean? Like, he's ready for... Look, that guy can go anywhere. He has such a big personality and character. Yeah, he's a star. Dope. That's what's up.
Keith Lee proposed to Mia Yim.
Congratulations. I'm glad everything is going okay over there with them too. You know, COVID hit, and I hope they're taking care of themselves. Congratulations on all that.
Congratulations to you both. Especially with this being Valentine's Day.
Yep.
You know, we're lucky. Our significant others, they allowed us to record not only one podcast, but 2 podcasts for you guys today.
That's true.
On Valentine's Day. So, you know, that's real support.
Love you, babe.
Love you too, baby. Next up, we're going to talk about Cody Rhodes, man. He suffered a slight left rotator tear on Dynamite.
This is huge. For the pure fact that he has a match coming up in about a month.
With Shaq.
Yeah, and I love the fact that he got in the ring to get, you know, other people going to get him over.
Mm-hmm.
I just hate the fact that it came with this kind of price tag on it. You know what I mean? Like the cost to be the boss, man. It sucks, dude.
Yeah, man. Speaking of putting people over, shout out to Big Shotty Lee. He has now been signed to an AEW contract since that match that he had with Cody Rhodes. Now, the story is that he was originally just a pandemic replacement on Dynamite, and that was back in April 2020. And he was one of Cody Rhodes' pupils at the Nightmare Factory. And I believe he went on like a 29 match losing streak until he finally got that one. And we'll talk about that later as we get into AEW Dynamite.
Man, shouts to him. That's a hardcore losing streak.
Right? Yo, but he made it.
No, that's what's up.
Speaking of losing, man, our boy Braun Strowman, he's dealing with an infection in his bloodstream. He lost 15 pounds in the last 5 days. They're currently keeping him off TV. But it's like, it's crazy, man. He said he looks like he swelled up and he's like water weight, but I guess this infection like really is getting to him.
That's terrible, man. There's a lot going on, bro. I hope he's all right, man, because dude, like, just imagine, like, you just came back on TV and then that happens. Like, yo, man, shouts to everybody in Florida. Because you guys are just different, man.
Speaking of Florida, man, let's talk about our people in the Caribbean. Our boy Carlito was on the After the Bell podcast with Corey Graves, man, and that was a really good listen. He talked about he wanted to come back to WWE to right his wrongs. He felt that when he left the company 10 years ago, that he wanted to make it right, and his goal was to kind of help out the young Latino superstars on the roster right now. And when I heard him say that, you know what that made me think, bro?
What?
I want to see him be the mouthpiece for Lucha House Party.
Let's go. Good for him. I'm glad he came back. I mean, this dude came back looking like a bodybuilder. Like, you know what I mean? He is in incredible shape. If he's the mouthpiece for them, I think that'd be great, especially because that dude can get on the mic and he has charisma. And yeah, it'd be dope for Latino wrestlers.
I'm here for it, man.
Yeah.
Something that is not dope, or is not cool, as Carlito would say. WWE put a freeze on their employee promotions and raises. This change was made due to last quarter's earnings, and per WrestleVotes on Twitter, they said that the unhappiness and straight up anger is at an all-time high right now. Everyone from the boys to the road crew are pissed.
As they should be. They're not getting any DVD sales or nothing like that. They just signed that deal with the Peacock.
Yeah.
And you know, with NBC or whatever, and you know, they made more money this past year than they have. They didn't have to do no house shows or nothing like that. Like, yeah, they need their money, $1 Million Man. Like, hook them up. You know what I mean?
And man, if we're gonna talk about money, let's head straight into Monday Night Raw, because we heard the Money Man himself, Shane McMahon.
The money.
money.
I ain't mad at that.
Dollar. Shane was welcomed out by Commissioner Adam Pearce, or I guess he's backstage agent Adam Pearce. He announced that Drew will be facing. He announced who Drew will be facing in the Elimination Chamber, which will be Randy Orton, Jeff Hardy, AJ Styles, Miz, and Sheamus. Everyone in this match are former WWE champions.
And old as shit. Because, look, I'm not mad at the fact that they're all former WWE champions. I just feel like you got a young roster. You need to be utilizing them. Like, I don't really need to see Jeff Hardy in the Elimination Chamber again. I don't want him to die.
Right.
Send somebody like Mustafa or Ricochet or somebody like that. That's just my opinion. I want to see some young dudes flying.
Agreed, man. We've seen these guys before, and yeah, they're cool and all, but yeah, when you got people like Ricochet and he's not even going to be on the pay-per-view.
What is that about?
In an Elimination Chamber, like, yo, you know what he does. He's going to flip off something.
Mustafa is in charge of Retribution, right?
Yeah.
Like, he's the man for that. Like, any other time, if that was like CM Punk with his group, you would have CM Punk in there with his group on the outside causing havoc.
Society.
Yeah. Like, come on, man. Yo. Who's riding over there? Knock this off.
Oh, man. So we're not going to go through every single segment like we did last time. I'm just going to start, jumping around the things that I was actually interested on the show.
There we go.
Matt Riddle and Keith Lee had a little backstage conversation, man. And they were both having a little friendly conversation talking about who's going to step up. And Keith Lee says that he's going to step up to Bobby Lashley and challenge for the U.S. title. And Keith told Riddle, he's like, yo, I'm going to beat you tonight, too.
Yeah.
And Riddle's like, all right, cool, bro, may the best man win. And I love it, because knowing their history, the matches that they've had, not only in NXT as well as Evolve, you just know, as a hardcore fan, like, knowing that, I knew it was going to be lit. Like, I knew it.
I like this promo. It was funny as hell. I was dying watching it just because, if you know Matt, you know what I mean? This dude is, he started talking about Air Bud. Like, which was funny because, I don't know. Air Bud, Matt Riddle, it makes sense to me.
We get it.
Yeah. What else you want to talk about?
Man, let's talk about Lacey Evans and Ric Flair.
Okay, let's talk about that because my man Rick over here.
He was wilding.
Yeah, he's doing some other things, man. I don't know. He's on his Anna Nicole Smith stuff right now.
He said he's not taking any orders from any woman, especially his own daughter.
Woo!
Woo! He said Lacey has the looks to be the champion. She just needs a little bit of guidance.
I don't really. Okay.
He says this will be a casual relationship, and Oscar better watch out.
Casually paying that money. That a boy. I think Lacey Evans is a dope wrestler. I don't really care for her 1950s Southern Belle gimmick that she has.
Yeah.
Because I know, like, that's not really her. I know she has to do her own thing, but it's very 1990s wrestling to me, like gimmicky.
And it's very much so a Ric Flair thing to have a casual relationship with someone the likes of Lacey Evans.
That a boy.
They ended up talking some more, and that led to Charlotte coming out. Mm-hmm. And we found out that Lacey says that management approved of her being the number one contender if she can beat Charlotte tonight. And that ended up leading to them having a match. And boy, was it great. It was a competitive match between the two. Lacey mocked Charlotte Flair with the Flair strut.
Yep.
And Evan goes out. She does this moonsault. I love it. And Flair gets the knees up. And Flair starts lighting her up with the chops and hits her with the big boot. And man, it's just seeing Charlotte, man, and her swag. She's just like, she's there.
She's in the zone. She's definitely on her game. One thing I like to point out is Ric Flair's jacket. It was very styling and profiling. I just wanted to make sure.
He's on brand.
But yeah, no, I thought everything she did was dope. Even though it was a disqualification, it's very Flair.
Hey, a win's a win, though.
Yeah. No.
So she will be going on to face Asuka now at the Elimination Chamber. Lacey Evans, that is.
Yep. It is what it is. Yeah, that Southern Belle shit just bothers me. I don't know. There's something about it that just, I don't know. I can't deal with it. Can't deal with it.
Oh, man. Something I can't deal with is Miz, man.
Yeah, what's up with Miz, bro? Like, What's his deal? Like,
he's coming out. He came out and hated on Edge as he tried to do an in-ring promo, and
it's corny.
He got lit up. He got lit up in this promo.
Edge has been on fire.
Edge is 100% firing on all cylinders with his promos. He makes anything that Edge says, I pay attention to.
Yeah.
Like, dude is killing it. He said, do you know who you're talking to? I put the money in the bank on the map. He tells Miz, worry about the Elimination Chamber, Bad Bunny and Damian Priest. I'm playing high stakes poker and you're out playing old maid. You're content with being awesome. I'm not. I did that 20 years ago. I need to see this story through. I need to be champion. Notice the difference? Think about it. Woo!
God, man. Like, lit him up. Lit Miz up. I just feel like Miz has been coasting along for a while. And I know Miz's talent is really there. He can really wrestle. He can really be annoying.
Miz is great on the mic, though. So when he wants to be that guy, when you see him going for this belt right here, this Intercontinental Champion, actually, let me put some respect on Miz's name. Miz is one of the greatest Intercontinental Champions of all time. Facts. I will say that.
Facts.
That is his lane, though. And they've tried to elevate him a couple of times where they put him up to this World Championship level, and I don't think it always works, or it just doesn't translate well. Something about him just doesn't work. And but at the same time, you do need those heels like that you naturally just don't like. So
he is that heel where you don't believe he deserves to get it, and he wins. Like when his thing versus John Cena was really good. Like at that time, that was like really, really good.
The Hate Me Now promo and all that,
all that was
leading up to
really
WrestleMania.
I kind of feel like he hasn't had that pizzazz in a long time.
The closest thing that's happened to him has been his rivalry with Daniel Bryan.
Okay, yeah.
And that has brought out the best of both of them. And that's the only time that I've really felt that he was on the level of someone on a top tier like Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
Just because Daniel Bryan knows how to bring that out in people. I think that's actually has to do with him.
I would love to see Miz cash in at WrestleMania on an NXT guy.
I'd love to see him try and cash in on Edge after he wins, and Edge just spears him and takes the belt no matter what. I'd love to see that. Make him waste the belt, because that's what he is to me. They've used him in the joking role, so it's hard for me to take him serious right now. It just takes some time to build him back up. And in the hey ho ho, Miz and Morrison.
Yeah,
like it just doesn't work.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't. I'm sorry.
It's funny when they rap.
Yeah, speaking of rap, man, let's talk about Damian Priest and Bad Bunny versus Angel Garza with Miz and Morrison.
Oh yeah, let's talk about it.
I actually I think Bad Bunny's doing pretty good with this. And from what I've seen from the reports, he's the #1 seller in the WWE shop right now.
No, he's doing great with what he's doing.
Yeah. He's bringing numbers and eyes to the product, and that's important.
I like Damian Priest overall. I'm not really tripping off of his like archery moves that he does during the match, and he's doing all this.
Well,
like,
his gimmick is the Archer of Infamy, and I don't know what the hell that's supposed to be, but like, yeah, I mean, like I like
Green Arrow. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell that exactly means, but bro got them. He got them kicks though.
Is he? No, yeah.
He got them spin kicks, and he's huge.
No, he's a big dude, man. He's hella like he's a big guy. Pause. And this
every time.
This will, but I mean, like, like show me something if the archery or whatever. I don't know. Play William Tell. I don't know. Do some shit.
All right, let's get into my favorite match of the night, man. That was Matt Riddle versus Keith Lee with MVP on commentary.
This match was fire from the beginning, from the very start.
This shit was lit.
Yeah, for sure.
One thing I noticed, man, Matt Riddle, he came out with a black eye.
Yes, he did.
I think he was nursing that from last week's match with Bobby Lashley.
I think did he get it last week or the week before? I thought he got it during the Rumble.
Oh, you know what? That could have been from the Rumble. I didn't even think about that.
I think he got that from the Rumble, man.
Okay.
Because he's been holding on to that bad boy for a minute.
Yeah, dude. So to get into the match, Lee came out looking super dominant. He started the match off with like a big push kick, and he lifted Matt Riddle up with just like one arm. Sends him halfway across the screen when he hits him with the pounce. That they sent him down to the Performance Center to kind of work on his moves because they were saying that he was working too much of a high flyer style, and Vince wanted him to work more like a big man so he could work matches against people and not just be limited to just trying to do all those tricks. And I think that his time in the Performance Center is paying off because he's very dominant in that ring.
Yeah, when I was watching this, I was like, yo, this dude is like strong as shit. Like I didn't like we all knew that there was strength behind what he does, right?
Yeah.
But this match to me showed how strong this dude really freaking is. Like,
and it shows you how he looks against someone that's like a big guy, but not like a Drew McIntyre big.
Yeah.
But let's go into what happened at the end of the match. So Riddle goes for the final flash again, and this time Lee reverses it into a spirit bomb. Bobby Lashley attacks Riddle and squares up with Lee. Lashley hits a one-arm spinebuster, like kind of chokeslam-ish kind of move on Lee.
Fresh.
Crazy, like just the visual of that, to see him lifting up somebody that big. And then he puts the Hurt Lock on Matt Riddle and tosses him around the ring. He hits Lee with a hip attack and then drops him with a clothesline. Hits Lee with a couple steel chairs to the face, and then Lashley stands on top of the commentary table and just raises the championship in the air like just like a savage, dude. And honestly, man, this segment and this moment for me, that made me think, yo, I think I found my wrestler of the week.
You know, it was pretty dope to see Bobby Lashley come out, attack. He looks like Zeus 2.0. like it reminded me of Zeus for some reason. I don't know, maybe it was the tights, but
the crazy eyes.
Yeah, it was like you know what I mean? He looked like a mean ass Ninja Turtle. Like this dude is so bad, but he is dope, man. Like shouts to him. Like I'm glad he's getting this attention right now.
Man, if we're going to talk about attention, we got to talk about this next match. Nia Jax versus Lana in a tables match. Now, this match has been getting attention for all the wrong reasons.
Very much so. Very much so.
So we're just going to get straight to the shits and what happened. Nia was powerbombing the shit out of Lana, like bad the whole time. And she was talking so much shit. It was great. You could hear Lana yelling, like, please, no! And, you know, she was getting swung into the middle of the turnbuckle. And, like honestly, man, my perception for this match was just Nia is crazy powerful. She ended up yelling, "King Kong ain't got shit on me." Like,
I love that. I love the fact that she said that. That is so dope.
Good. It is great, man.
Good. We need more of that.
But the whole thing that everybody was talking about, get that? The whole thing. She goes for a leg drop on the ring apron and she misses and she yells out, "My hole!"
Oh my god, yo.
Lana pulls a nice little sneaky move, pushes her, and pushes her straight into the table and gets her win over Nia Jax.
I like it. I like the fact that Nia Jax is willing to let her do that.
Right.
I think WWE trying to go back and capitalize on the whole "my whole" thing is interesting.
Very WWE.
It's just like, yo, man, like just because it's a botch doesn't mean you don't have to talk about it. You should probably talk about the botch because you never know what's going to get more attention.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because now you're having to go backwards and try and recreate the botch, which was hilarious in the first place.
Right. And we'll talk about that more in SmackDown.
But yeah, that was my thing. I like the fact that Nia Jax let her do that shit. Good.
Right.
Good.
Speaking of good, man, we're going to get into the main event of the match, or the main event of the night. That was Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre for the 18th time, I want to say.
Yeah, this is the final. You know what I mean? Sunday.
We did not need this match again.
Not again, bro. Like, they're like, yeah, one time for it all. And like, everybody's like, well, when I didn't know this was the last time.
Right.
Like, where's the build-up? The build-up was on the show. Like, you guys didn't build that up from Royal Rumble up until now? Or?
Well, you know what? The real build-up of the show was about Sheamus, honestly. And we didn't really mention this much, but because I figured we'd talk about it now.
Yeah.
Sheamus felt like he got some shade thrown at him, man. He felt that he was supposed to just get that WWE Championship match against Drew. And when he was put into the Elimination Chamber, he was like, yo, what's up with that? Like,
yeah, he was
so he was walking around with a chip on his shoulder the whole night. And he ended up interrupting this match as soon as it got going.
I wasn't expecting him to just run out like that.
Yeah, he was just like I like to say, instant
it wasn't
funk.
even in the middle.
He was ready for it.
Yeah, because you heard Sheamus's music hit. Next thing you know, like Drew's on the floor.
and from there, he was just hanging around the announcer's table, just watching the match. Some of the things that stood out to me was when Orton was slamming Drew on the table, just dominating the match. Drew got the upper hand, tossing around Orton and hit him with that crazy overhead belly-to-belly suplex.
Yeah.
He hit him with a crazy big spine buster. How about that top rope superplex? You remember that?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I think Orton actually took more on that because I don't know, he just sold really well or it really did hurt. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Speaking of hurt, dude, did you see that headbutt? That was crazy. That headbutt that Orton took, man.
Yeah. No, it was it.
I would not want to take a headbutt from Drew McIntyre.
No, that dude has a 5 head. His line on his head is receding, and there's nothing but forehead coming at you. So I don't want no parts of that.
Man, we saw Sheamus. He got behind Drew, and he was kind of just he was telegraphing that he was going to go for the bro kick, and Drew's going for the Claymore, and he ends up. Sheamus hits the bro kick on Orton instead. And Drew hits the Claymore on Sheamus and just stands over him like a G, like oh what, you thought you was gonna get me? Like I've been ready for this, homie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just just stood over him, and that's how they ended up ending the night.
It was just weird, like that storyline. They're like, we've been friends for 20 years. You throw it away for this, and then Orton's like, they're like, we've been going at it for 18 years, and this is the final match. Like it was just weird, but I understood it. I get it. Yeah, we'll see what happens at the Elimination Chamber.
Word. All right, well, we're going to take a quick little break, and we'll be right back. All right, folks, we are back. So now we're going to get into, the one of our favorite shows on Wednesday night. Let's get into AEW Dynamite.
Let's go. The first match, Joey Janela versus Darby Allin for the TNT Championship.
I loved it, man.
So I didn't really get a chance to see everything this week. I was able to go on Instagram and catch up on stuff, listening to different podcasts and reviews. I'm actually upset that I did miss this week because I did want to see this match. I've only saw Joey Janela one other time. I believe that was like the first pay-per-view for AEW.
And again, that's fine, man, because that's what you got me for, dog. So when you don't catch all the shows, I'm here. I got all that for you, dog.
But so, I mean, reading what you wrote, your notes, yo, this is dope.
So this was dope. So what I enjoyed about this match, I noticed that Darby came out in like a completely different face paint than how he usually has. He had less white face paint than usual. And Joey Janela, man, I don't know if he's been like chilling at home or something, but he looked like he put on some quarantine weight. And I try not to hate or fat shame a brother, but I also call it how I see it.
We can't fat shame. Look at us.
Nah, man. Shout out to people that know me from the b-boy scene. My old b-boy name is Fatso. I go by Just Fresh now, but Fatso, P-H-A-T-S-O. I was always holding down for the big brother. So,
and I've always gone by Fatso myself, just because I'm fat. So.
Oh man, we're a bunch of jabronis now, though.
Facts. Fat facts.
All right, so our fat boy Joey, he got most of the offense in early on in the match, and one of the crazy parts was when Darby Allin, he had a hella fast suicide dive onto the outside, man, and that looked like that shit hurt.
Yeah, that doesn't look like that felt good at all. I did see that.
But the crazy part was when Darby, he went for like this middle rope springboard springboard coffin drop. Janela catches him mid-air and hits him with a German suplex. That was dope. Like that shit was lit.
And you can tell that's chemistry right there.
100%. And they've had so many matches in the past before, and it just really shows. But ultimately Darby, he ended up hitting the top rope code red, and he lands the coffin drop for the win. And honestly, I thought both of them looked really good in this match. And the only thing I was thinking was like, oh, where's Team Taz? Because they were advertising the week before, like, yo, we're gonna be there. And let's actually get into what happened later on in the night. Tony Schiavone, he had an in-ring promo with Sting, and it was immediately interrupted by Team Taz. And do you recall what happened, Bush?
With that, so soon as they come out, soon as Sting comes out, Tony Schiavone comes up to him and says, hey, so what do you think about all this? Before he can even get into anything, Taz and his crew are basically in the limo.
They was in an Escalade.
Oh, Escalade. Whatever the hell that thing was. And, like, hey, look at what we got.
Yeah, he says they're going to go on a special road trip, and that they're taking the FTW World Champion. And the cameraman pans over, and all we see is Darby Allin in a body bag.
Which is dope.
Yeah, that was sick, man. And Cage and Starks, they zip the bag, and all you see is him being dragged off.
That was crazy.
That was crazy. Like I was with that, and Sting just walks away. Like, let me go help.
Like, yeah, he wasn't in hot pursuit. He just kind of like walked to the back.
They're like, Sting is headed out to the parking lot at a rapid pace. No, he wasn't.
At a rapid pace.
That boy he was walking.
See, here's my thing.
Not even briskly.
Okay, so what? There's been 4 kidnappings at this spot, right? At the same spot every week, right? There's a kidnapping. The difference between, rest in peace, Mean Gene and Tony Schiavone is that Mean Gene would set up the promo. You know what I mean? He was like, all right, Sting, so check it out. Coming up, in a couple of weeks, you guys are going to be facing Team Taz and blah, 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 blah. Where Tony Schiavone comes out, looks like he just came from fishing, and he's like, hey, so what's going on? What do you feel about this? And it's like, come on, man. Like, Sting couldn't even get into his character. By the way, why isn't Sting at ringside for this Joey Janela thing?
Yeah, that didn't make any sense at all.
Why is Sting cutting a promo while his man's getting dragged in a body bag?
Yeah.
If anything, you both should be getting dragged in a body bag if that's the case, and getting beat up and
Sting is old. He ain't about to be.
Of course not. I mean, it's just there's so many little things that AEW is missing on stuff. It's kind of like, all right, well, let's just hurry up and tape this and get it over with, type of thing. And I kind of feel like the body bag thing was set up by Darby, because if you follow Darby on his Instagram like I do,
this ain't nothing new to him.
Yeah, he's all about this.
Yeah.
This is right up his lane. You know what I mean? But that's my take on it. That's all.
Cool, man. Another interesting thing, or I guess a theme of the night, was the MJF and Sammy Guevara dynamic, man. They had a locker room promo, and it was really cool. Sammy, he asked everybody to leave the room, and
except for the cameraman.
Yeah, he left everybody except for the cameraman and MJF. And he says he watched Dynamite, and he knows that MJF is trying to take over the Inner Circle. MJF just starts manipulating him, saying that the La Sex gods died and MJF became the favorite, and Sammy really just hates on Chris Jericho because he wants to be the front man of the group. And Sammy sarcastically says, okay, Max, you figured me out. I do want to take over the Inner Circle. I hate Chris Jericho. And MJF says, oh, that's exactly what I wanted to hear. And then he just, like a sleaze bag, just turns around and just grabs his cell phone and turns it off. And it turns out he was recording the conversation the whole time. And he was just basically trying to blackmail Sammy Guevara. It was great. And once Sammy does see this, he throws the phone into the wall and punches MJF straight into what I thought was his balls. But I guess later on we found out that MJF was selling the ribs.
Which, all right, I get it. The recording of the phone, I don't know. Maybe we forgot that there was a fucking cameraman there. I mean, did we not forget that Sammy Guevara just said that I saw you on TV?
And he just said, everybody but cameraman, you can stay. In the same segment.
I'm so confused by this. It's dope. It's a dope promo. I wish that this was being set up on a pay-per-view, though. I wish this was happening to where it costs somebody a title or something like that.
Well, from what we've seen later on in the night, MJF and Chris Jericho, they had a match against the Acclaim, Max Caster and Anthony Bowens. And, let me take some time to shout out to the Acclaim, man. I really like these guys, man.
Are they bad guys? Or
Yeah, so they're like heels. But they're like, so Max Caster, he goes by Platinum Max Caster. And every time he comes out, he does like a diss rap against whoever he's facing.
Okay.
And,
yeah.
like, I'm here for it, dude. Like it's hella funny. It's great. And, it's very reminiscent of an old John Cena or a Man on the Mission, from back in the day kind of thing. And yeah, man, but it was great. But the funny thing here, or the main thing that we noticed, was MJF, who was selling the ribs. He came out and his whole waist was bandaged up, and he was acting like he could barely move. And I guess MJF and Max Caster, the same guy I was talking about, the rapper of the Acclaim.
Yeah, they
came from the same wrestling. The same wrestling school, I'm sorry.
Okay.
And so they have chemistry and history together from that.
That's good.
But Anthony Bowens, he comes in and lays in a ton of strikes. Jericho goes for the lion salt and is hit with the boombox by Caster. Caster's tagged in and they claim he's set up for their finisher. But Max Caster is pushed off the top rope by Jake Hager. Jericho hits the Judas Effect strike for the win. And then we finally see Sammy Guevara come out, and he's just, he told Jericho before, like, hey man, in December, I told you if one more thing happens with MJF, I'm done.
Yeah.
And he tells Jericho, man, he quits. So he flat out quit the Inner Circle, and we seen this grimacing face on MJF in the background, just staring into the camera and just like smiling the whole time, like, I gotcha. It was great. And this dude, man, we appreciate MJF around here because we appreciate good heels.
MJF is the best heel in the business, man. Easily to me, he's the best. He sells everything. He gets online. He's on Twitter. He talks his talk. Dude he's on fire as a heel.
Yeah.
And he's slimy. He's a dirtbag. That's everything you want.
I think he's a better version of The Miz.
By far. Yeah, I think this is what Miz and him, like Miz versus John Cena for me.
Yeah.
This is that.
Okay.
This is that. But I think he even takes it a step further because he actually tries to live this life, at least online.
And he does a great job with it.
Hell yeah, he does.
So I'm going to go on to another segment that I enjoyed throughout the night. We saw Matt Hardy invite Hangman Page into his private bar.
Yeah.
So Big Money Matt, he's trying to sign Adam Page as one of his clients, and he's trying to get his 30%. And he tells him that he wants to invite him to his private bar, and that it was all on Big Money Matt, so he could drink all night. Mm-hmm. And it's funny because you see Matt, he pulls out his contract and he's like, yeah, let's celebrate. And he takes a shot and he fakes drinks it, throws it out. And, just a slime ball, man.
Nice.
And Paige is prepared, and he knows that he's gonna, try and get him with a shitty contract. So he has one of his own, pulls it out, switches the contract, and signs it. And Matt ends up signing it as well. And before the segment ends, he orders another drink. He's like, "All right, guys, I'm out of here." So he ended up pulling a fast one on Matt instead of getting played. And I love where the storyline is going.
Do you think that contract is a fight contract?
It could be. I didn't even think about that. I thought of it as something like, hey, he's going to play the role, but he's going to end up actually getting money from Matt. That's how I thought.
Okay. I'm not mad at either angle, honestly. Both angles sound good to me. I would love to see it be like, oh, well, you signed the contract. And he's like, well, what are you talking about? Next thing you know, you're in a pay-per-view.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I can see that. I can see that too. Okay, man. So speaking of fresh, let's get into the main event of the night, man. Again, we're jumping around. We're going to talk about only the matches that we were really into, and that was Kenta and Kenny Omega versus Jon Moxley and Lance Archer in a Falls Count Anywhere, no disqualification match.
Woo! That's all I can say. I saw most of it.
Fire.
I saw most of it on IG. And everything that I saw, I even saw clips of it in slow motion on certain parts. And I was just like, yo, this shit looks insane.
I try not to be that guy that says, hey guys, just go watch. But yeah, this is another one of those. Like, if you have like 15, 20 minutes, like, and you're just chilling, please go watch this. But you know what? If you're watching this podcast or listening to us, you probably already watched it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you didn't, please seek out this match because it's hilarious. And all for the right reasons. One thing that I did notice as Jon Moxley was coming out, he has a new t-shirt and it looks very reminiscent of a Stone Cold design. Do you feel that they're trying to position him as the Stone Cold of AEW?
I wouldn't be surprised. Stone Cold's legendary. You want somebody that is legendary like that. I don't know. What time will tell. Time will tell.
I guess. So Kenta starts the match by hitting Moxley with the briefcase. Kenta and Kenny Omega, they're already not working well together, while Archer and Omega, they're showing that they're on the same page. The match gets really lit when Archer starts hitting Omega, and he catches them with the pounce. Omega is going off in this match, man. He's just hitting all of his moves. And honestly, I tell people, you got to watch this stuff. There's this huge spot where he hits a moonsault into a trash can into Jon Moxley, and it was crazy.
I believe that's where he's on the ropes, right?
Yeah, he's in the corner, and he takes the trash can that's already in the corner turnbuckle, grabs it midair, hits the moonsault, and lands on him with the trash can.
Fire.
And then you know what? Let's go straight to my favorite part of the match when they end up fighting all the way into the kitchen. Now Kenta and Moxley, they're fighting, and Kenta DDTs Moxley and onto I want to say a buffet table kind of thing.
It's like a prep
like
area.
a serving table, and he applies a submission, and out of nowhere, man, I got hella weak. Lance Archer comes out of nowhere and hits him with a box of potatoes. If that ain't some old school wrestling shit, I don't know what is, man.
I feel like this is when Jim Cornette would be like, this bullshit. This is what the fuck is this? But this is the stuff that like if you're a teenager or you're just getting into wrestling, whatever, and this is something you just saw. You're going to want to do this with your friends eventually.
Right.
You shouldn't do this with your friends.
Please don't try this.
Don't try this at home.
But if you do, it's hella funny. I'm just saying, man.
Yeah,
We've all been there before. We've all tried this shit. But please don't.
Yeah, please
don't. Especially my boys. If you're listening to this or watching this, boys, if I catch you doing that shit, next time, bitch. Sorry, I had to dad mode real quick.
No, but this is hilarious, man.
Yeah, man. It was a great match. So later on, another one of my favorite parts of the match, we see...
That was so funny.
Yo, the box of potatoes.
Yo, dude, getting here with a box of potatoes is crazy.
It'll change your life. We saw Moxley attacks Omega with the kendo stick. As he does go to do that, he bows down to Jake the Snake, just trying to like give him some OG respect. I really appreciated that. Yeah. Omega catches Moxley with a huge V trigger, and Moxley is laid out. And we end up seeing Lance Archer and KENTA. They're fighting by the announce table. And Archer picks up KENTA for a powerbomb, and KENTA reverses it, and then he just runs completely off the stage and goes into a huge double foot stomp onto Moxley, who was laid out already.
Now, when I saw this part specifically in slow motion.
And it's worth watching in slow motion.
Yo, it looks even crazier.
He stomped his guts.
Yeah. Yo,
he stomped the shit out of his guts.
Yeah.
That's not cool.
Yeah, no. When I saw that, like... I turned on my IG. That's the first thing I saw.
Yeah. And so after that happened, the Good Brothers came out and they helped Kenny Omega and KENTA because, again, it was a no disqualification match, and they just pretty much beat their ass, and they ended up winning the match, and that ended the show.
Yeah, that's yo.
It's a hell of a way to end. I was cool with it.
Look, man, potatoes, kendo sticks, Jake the Snake's in it. Yeah, you need to go watch this.
Yeah, I highly recommend it.
I thought for a second there that Jon Moxley was actually going to fall in between the two prep area tables when he got hit with that DDT.
Yeah. No, I did see that because it was that little small gap, and the wheels were moving too.
Yo,
it wasn't locked in at all.
No, not at all. So I was like, ooh, if he falls through, yo, that's gonna hurt. It don't matter what you're doing, like that's gonna hurt.
Right.
I was watching that very carefully.
Okay, another thing that I was watching carefully was NXT, baby. So I this week I ended up watching AEW first. That's why I kind of reviewed them first, and NXT was something that I kind of watched on Thursday night, just so when I had some downtime. And fortunately, I didn't have anything huge spoiled for me. But let's get into what I thought was cool, and that was MSK, Nash Carter, and Wes Lee versus Legado del Fantasma. Your boys, Joaquin Wilde and Raul Mendoza.
Yeah.
Very fast-paced match. The biggest moment is when we see MSK do that push backflip onto Legado del Fantasma outside of the ring. And Wes Lee, he ends up following up with a huge front flip splash to the outside. And honestly, man, like the two teams are working really well together. Lee blocks a huge 450 splash attempt by Joaquin Wilde, and he goes for a pin, and it's stopped by Mendoza, who's holding Carter in a fisherman's carry. He's holding him up like John Cena style, and just like kind of just rolls him over, just drops on him, and breaks the pin. And MSK, they end up hitting their tag team finisher for the win, and now it's going to be, or we now know that MSK is going to be going to the finals of the Dusty Rhodes Classic and making it to their first takeover.
Good for them. I still, it's Phantasma all day. Like I wish they would have won just cause it would have been nice to see. But MSK, good for them. I'm gonna see them later tonight in the pay-per-view.
Yeah, man. And let's as we're talking about Phantasma, man, let's talk about what happened later on the night. We saw Scarlett. She was in William Regal's office, and she basically told Regal like, hey, I'm here because if Cross was here, it wouldn't be nice. And she states that it's time for Escobar. Time is up. And for Escobar, we want to see him next week. And Regal was just like, okay, well, it is what it is. It's going to be Karrion Kross versus Santos Escobar next week on NXT. Now, I thought this was going to be on the TakeOver card, but it looks like they're just keeping this on a weekly thing. And I'm okay with that, too. I'm
okay with it just because it's going to happen. It would have been nice to be on this card, though.
Yeah.
I feel like somebody with a belt should be on the card.
And you know what? I feel like the reason why they're doing this is because he just had that that Cruiserweight Championship match on the show, and as he's feuding with Cross right now, and he's clearly not a Cruiserweight, so they're like, okay, well these two can match up, and it's still going to position Escobar as a star to be facing up someone that they're building, such as Cross.
I mean, it's TV time.
Yeah, and
let's talk about it's TV time. Man.
Let's talk about what happens later on in the night. So we see Santos Escobar. He's in the room. he's in the locker room, and he's reacting to what happened and announcing that Cross is going to be facing him next week. And Legado del Fantasma, they come in, and they're apologetic for losing earlier in the night.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, just make sure that Cross doesn't make it next week. That was some real gangster shit. I was feeling that.
Yeah, I mean, that's that heel.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, hey, you guys know what you're here to do,
right?
Like, okay, yeah,
there's
you guys
a reason why there's
that.
3 of us.
Yeah, like you guys lost that, but now that you guys have lost, you make sure you protect me. I'm the man. You guys make sure you protect me.
But unfortunately, I don't think they're gonna be able to protect him because, again, later on, Cross tells Santos that if you want something to be done, you better do this yourself. And the camera pans back and they see Legado del Fantasma just laid out on the floor. So he pretty much destroyed them all on his own. He took both of them down, and he says he's going to do that to him next week. And they're really carrying that story, man. And
good.
And I'm feeling it.
I mean, it's that classic, like, all right, you can run but you can't hide type of storyline.
Yeah.
And then we'll see what happens, later that time. You never know what happened. You might see somebody turn on somebody else during that match.
You never know.
And which would be awesome if Homegirl leaves Cross out of nowhere. Just saying, it would throw
Santos gonna be Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Yo, kidnapping, stealing. That's what's up.
Man, so another great moment of the night was Johnny Gargano, his in-ring promo. He's really trying to sell that he hurt his arm and he's not going to be able to perform at Vengeance Day tonight. And so he's in the ring he comes in. So get this, guys. He's saying his right arm is injured, and he comes out in a wheelchair. And it's like what does that have to do with anything at all?
I feel it. I'm feeling that. You know what I mean? My right arm's injured. I mean,
Kushida shouldn't have kicked me. Like what am I supposed to do?
Look at me. I can't do anything. You guys want me for this? Can't do nothing.
So he tries to get out of the match, and William Regal comes out and tells him he basically has 2 options. He can either let Austin Theory take his place in the match, or he forfeits the title. And Johnny's like, all right, man, whatever. He's saying, all right, he agrees. And Regal says, I must confirm with Kushida. And next thing we know, Kushida sneaks into the ring, and he's standing right next to Austin Theory. And he ends up punching Theory, and all of a sudden, Johnny jumps up and miraculously can walk again. And they start getting it on and just throwing blows. And that leads into the next match, which was Shotzi Blackheart and Ember Moon versus Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell, which was the semifinal for the Women's Dusty Classic.
Okay, now correct me on this. Shotzi Blackheart, where's she from?
She's from the town.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's when I saw that, I was like, wait a minute.
She's one of them.
That's homegirl from Oakland, right?
Yeah, she's from Oakland, man.
Okay.
Got the green hair. She's like one of them Filipino rocker chicks, man. Like, we've seen plenty of them in Sacramento and Elk Grove, honestly, but just from the town this time.
And she's with Ember Moon, who I feel like, man, she's had chances. I just don't know.
Several.
I just don't know what's going to put
where
her
she
over.
fits.
Yeah, I don't know. And she's talented as hell. I just hope this is this helps her out.
Yeah, man. So if we're gonna talk about the match, man, I gotta keep it 100, man. Shotzi was looking right in them tights, bro. like them cakes was jiggling, my dude. Like I was, cheers. One time for the town.
What did JR say that one time? He's like, there's a whole lot of cake and catering.
Yeah, a whole lot of cakes and catering this week. But yeah, man. But actually, in ring, man, LeRae's team does most of the offense and looks really good up until Ember Moon getting into the ring with a hot tag. Moon's team, they get some good offense and some double team moves in, and Candice LeRae hits this dope moonsault from the second rope while Ember Moon is kind of held onto the ropes. And it was crazy, man. As soon as that was done, she rushed out and catches Shotzi with a suicide dive. And honestly, man, this was a really good match on both sides. I think that it was a good showcase of both teams. And I didn't know who was really going to make it. And but ultimately, Candice gets hit with the Eclipse. Shotzi goes for a top rope senton, and Indy ends up taking the bullet for her. But it didn't make any sense because Indy was a legal person, so she was trying to protect her, her mentor. But she ended up, losing the match by them doing that.
You know what? From the looks of everything this week on this Dusty Rhodes Classic stuff, it looks very good semifinals. You know what I mean? Like these were some pretty high quality matches.
Yeah, man. This really made me pumped for this week's or tonight's NXT Takeover. I can't wait to see how things are gonna turn out, but it's looking really good so far. Man, so I'm gonna jump right into another one that was a really funny moment of the night. That was Cameron Grimes.
Okay.
He returned. So he's been gone, I believe, ever since Halloween Havoc or maybe like a week or so after.
I see your notes here. He pulls up in a white Lamborghini.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And he's coming out and he's handing cash out to $100 bills to everybody that he walks and as he encounters into the ring.
Okay.
And he's coming back from an NCL injury. And during that time that he was gone, now you guys got to keep in mind, Cameron Grimes is like a modern day caveman. He said he just discovered video games. He says he loved them so much that he invested in GameStop and that their stock went straight to the moon.
My man, yo. So, okay, he pulls up in a white Lamborghini,
yes,
invested in GameStop.
And Dogecoin.
That a boy.
Not Dogecoin, but Dogecoin.
My dude is in the game. Okay, let's go.
Robin Hood, he said he's richer than Elon Musk. He said William Regal can kiss his grits.
Yo, this dude,
you need to watch Cameron Grimes. He's totally up your alley, dude. He's 100% someone you'll love. I guarantee it. And then to finish it off, he made it rain and then did snow angels in it.
I need to see this dude.
I'm trying to tell you, bro. I'm trying to tell you, bro.
This is something. This sounds like me in general.
Yeah, no, this will be your dude for sure.
He said, look, I'm gonna go ahead and take what's been happening lately, and I'm gonna pull up in the Lamborghini, and I'm gonna talk about this GameStop.
Yes,
that's what's up.
He came up, and you know what? I found out that he actually came up in those stocks in real life.
Are you serious?
No lie. Dude really came up. Like, not even, well, maybe not Elon Musk level, but he actually came up playing those stocks.
That is even better.
So he's living the gimmick.
Yo, he's living the gimmick.
You can't beat that.
Okay, I'm going to go home and hit some floor angels.
Man, so the last match of the night, which was the last qualifier for the Dusty Rhodes Classic, and boy, was this a shocker. Grizzled Young Veterans versus Ciampa and Thatcher.
Yeah, I did not expect this one.
Me neither. But you know what? It was kind of cool. So the story of the match was that Ciampa was really nursing his neck injury, and Thatcher was pretty much having to fight it alone. And Grizzled Young Veterans, their chemistry was just on another level. Now these guys, they're the former NXT UK Tag Team Champions.
Okay.
And last year they were in the Dusty Rhodes Classic, and they made it to the finals. So this year, by them making it to the finals again, or spoiler, they beat Ciampa and Thatcher.
Yeah.
And now they're going to the finals again against MSK. Now, this is going to be a banger of a match. I think this match might be the show stealer because these two teams are both super fast-paced and high-flying. It's going to be everything that you're going to watch. Watch. You guys are going to watch the next episode and be like, watch, Larry was right. Just fresh. You did it again, brother.
I'm going to get on my conspiracy theory here. Okay. Is Ciampa and Thatcher going to beef?
Yeah, I see that too. Okay. I see that too. And honestly, they were a makeshift team. Right before they came together as a team, they had a huge match in a fight pit. And previously, the only other match that happened in a fight pit was Timothy Thatcher and Matt Riddle. So it really is like they had a hell of a brawl, and that's like their own NXT thing, and it was really dope. But to talk about the match, Timothy Thatcher is pretty much fighting alone. Thatcher goes for tags, and Ciampa isn't there. When Ciampa does finally get in, he cleans house, but GYV focuses on his neck and really slows him down. Ciampa tries to go in for a tag, but the tag team chemistry of GYV is just on another level. They take out Ciampa after doing a double team finisher on him, and it was just a huge shock win. And after that, we saw MSK confront them, basically to set up the finals for the takeover.
Okay. Well, then it makes sense then that they're gonna be, beefing or whatever. Once they do, that is going to be something special.
Yeah, man. I'm really looking forward to this match at Takeover. All right, so before we go into our SmackDown review, man, let's talk about what you got going on outside of the podcast, man. Last time I heard, man, didn't you drop a new EP?
I did. Me and another cat from Sacramento, Nobody, we just dropped our own EP called No Request. And so far, we're almost at 10,000 streams right now. We dropped it on Thursday night, just a few days ago.
So less than a week, you already almost at 10,000 streams.
Yes. And
congratulations, brother.
Thank you, man.
Yo, shout out Nobody too. Yo, you really helped us out with the logos. That's if you guys are wondering, like, how did you make that super dope big head effect? That was our boy Nobody. So shout out. We really appreciate you. We appreciate you around here, the Jabroni Bros.
I have a natural big head effect in general, but he did shape it very, very much so. Pause. But yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the EP.
The EP's 5 songs.
It's a quick little 15 minutes, right?
Yeah, 15 minutes. Get yourself ready. Go to work. Go to
yeah,
the
man.
gym.
I listened to it at work. I went through it twice at work.
Thank you. Shoot, I appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
There's a lot of lyrical content. Each of us have our own solo song on the EP. And yeah, I'm going to be shooting a music video tomorrow for one of the songs, Peace King.
Where can they find it?
You can go on Spotify, you can go on Apple Music, YouTube, whatever. It's all there.
Perfect. All right, folks, well, we're going to get into another break, and we'll be back with some more stuff for you. All right, folks, we are back, and this time we're going to be getting into our thoughts on Friday Night Smackdown. Bush, what did you think, my man?
So this week, I basically, same thing, IG'd. Whatever I saw was on Instagram is what I saw.
Okay.
I did see Paul Heyman looking very upset at one of the cameramen for even coming up to him and even trying to like discuss anything. He was pretty irritated. Classic Paul Heyman, ECW type of villain role that he played on that little particular area.
So allow me to catch you up then. Okay, so here's how the show opens up. We see Roman Reigns coming out to the ring with Paul Heyman and Jey Uso. Adam Pearce is already in the ring and wants Roman to sign a contract so that Reigns will be in the Elimination Chamber, just like how they had Drew McIntyre do on Monday Night Raw. And Reigns says he's gonna let Paul handle this. And Paul goes straight into his Jewish lawyer spiel and it's basically like, look, man, Roman will defend the title on the spot to the winner of the Elimination Chamber. He promised that he will perform at Elimination Chamber, not that he will be in the Elimination Chamber.
Right. He's like basically like, hey, like, what are you gonna do? Fire me? You're gonna fire us?
You're gonna fire Roman Reigns right before WrestleMania?
Right. You know, what are you gonna do? You're gonna fire us? Like, I know how it gets down.
But it was great. So Pierce ends up agreeing, and he says, all right, since that's the case, then I already have 2 people in mind that we're going to put into the match. And that the first one being Jey Uso, his cousin, who they just had a big rivalry, everything post SummerSlam leading up until now. And he's also within the same stable as him, so he's trying to make that decision, that dissension between the stable happen.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Kevin Owens, the guy that we keep on seeing.
Kevin Owens.
Week after week.
Yeah, he's playing the Randy Orton role right now.
Just keep on giving us the same match over and over
It's starting to get...
We've already seen it. We don't need it.
Yeah, we've seen it. Look, it should have been over.
Yeah.
It should have been over after this past...
at Royal Rumble. That should have been it.
That should have been it.
You know, but, I mean, it should have been it at the last pay-per-view. But, I mean, I guess they need credible opponents for Roman leading up to WrestleMania, and I get it. Mm-hmm. But one of the better parts of the night... or of the segment is Roman's pissed, man, after he finds out that KO's announced. And he gets in Pierce's face and he says, you don't understand. I don't care about Jey. I don't care about KO. The only thing I care about is you. And he just mad dogged him for like a cool 30, 45 seconds as like they pan away and the segment ends. Roman Reigns is operating on this level of like, I will whoop your ass. Just straight up.
You know what I mean? Like basically to like the supervisor or the boss.
Yeah.
And this is a disgruntled employee in a different type of way. This ain't Stone Cold mad at Vince. This is a little bit more, this is different.
Yeah.
This is different. I'm okay with it, and I'm feeling that because, I understand.
Who wouldn't wish they could say that to one of their supervisors?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Whatever. I'm down for it. I'm here for it. And he's tired of KO, just like everyone else is.
Indeed. So we see Sonya Deville and Adam Pearce later on in a backstage segment, and they pretty much Sonya Deville announces that she's making some qualifier matches for the night, and the first one being Sami Zayn and King Corbin versus Dominic and Rey Mysterio.
Okay, so
are you tired of this shit yet?
I am so tired of this.
Now, I'm glad that this happened because I felt like last week's match was like the blow-off between the Mysterios and King Corbin. So with this being an Elimination Chamber qualifier, I'm glad that not only did this happen, but this should be it because Sami Zayn and King Corbin ended up winning. And honestly, I would love to see Rey Mysterio in Elimination Chamber, but Dominic, you not ready for this.
Not at all.
It's honestly, it's for your own good. Because right now, you need to just keep on getting your reps in. And yes, honestly, I think you're getting better every week. But for something like this, leave it up to people that have been doing this for a while, Sami Zayn and King Corbin, and I'm glad they won.
I mean, me too. Dominic, I really wish he would go down to NXT or even 205 Live, personally.
Yeah, he could do that.
I'm here
for it.
I think that'd be a lot better. He'd get a lot more shine. He'd get a lot more experience. I mean, you're getting experience because you're in the big leagues right now.
And you're lucky your dad's that good. Or you're lucky your dad's a legend.
Yeah.
You know
what I mean? I'm just tired of seeing this guy getting beat like this, man. Talk about a losing streak. I mean, I know he's won too, but
no, he's won like one singles match. That's it.
Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah. Later on, we seen Sonya announces also Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode versus Cesaro and Daniel Bryan. That's going to be a qualifier for the main event. And again, I'm here for it. They're putting some pretty good matches together and making it compelling. So I was cool with that. We see Big E, and he does an open challenge,
which is dope. Look, Big E doing an open challenge is everything.
Yeah, man. And open challenges, they're always fun because you never know exactly who's going to come out. Exactly. But I kind of knew who was going to come out because Apollo came out, and as soon as Big E said his name, he was there and he was in his face. Apollo says that since he's given out opportunities, he wants to face him. And Big E's like, yo, man, like, I'm willing to face anybody that I haven't already beaten. Like, I'm done with you. You go to the back of the line. And, basically...
Look, we've already had this.
Yeah.
We've already had this
There's
discussion.
nothing else for me to say to you.
We've already had this. You're done.
It's not me, it's you.
Yeah. It's not me, it's you, bro. Get to the back of the line. Who's next?
Yeah, so Big E says, bring out my next challenger. And out comes my boy, Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yo, and that is fire. The fact that he came out is like, yeah, that's what's up. This is gonna be a good ass match, right?
And he comes out with the good music again, man. I love that. Yeah,
that shit's raw.
Yo, they need to bring back that violin at a pay-per-view. I need that
ASAP.
Yes. Okay, so this ended up being a quick match between Big E and Shinsuke because Apollo's outside the ring and he's just trolling the whole time. And Apollo feels disrespected by Big E, and I kind of feel him on that, and he wants his attention. So yeah, man, it was a good match, but ultimately Big E ended up getting interrupted. He went for the big ending, and Apollo just comes out and just drop kicks him, and that was it.
I mean, cool. Now we get to see, Apollo with the heel turn, right? I mean, that's
man. That's where he's going right now. He's essentially saying like he's tired of being the smiling guy. He's trying to get it.
Yeah, good. Because
about damn time.
We're tired of seeing you smile. We want to see we're tired of seeing that Colgate smile.
I hate to say it because I got a nice smile too, but Apollo, we need something more from you, brother.
Yeah, no, this is it. Let's see what you do with this.
Yeah, man. Another big moment of the night was our boy Seth Rollins' return, man.
He came out with the burn it down.
Burn it down. So, didn't I just call this though? Didn't I say that he was going to do that Royal Rumble?
Now you called it as a face.
But that's what he did. So he came out and he tricked us all. So he came out and he came out with the burn it down, and he tried to play the role of like, hey, I'm a new father. I'm a changed man. I'm not this old guy that I used to be. And we were getting babyface Seth again. And I think everybody was feeling that. And boy, did he pull the rope from underneath us, man. He got us good because before he even finished his spiel, he went back into his Messiah spiel and says that everybody needs to bow down to him, or I'm sorry, I think it's something along those lines. So at that moment, at that moment, everybody left. Like everybody's like, we've heard this shit before, and they all start walking away, except for Cesaro, and he stuck around.
This is the first time I've seen in a long time where a whole locker room comes out for somebody.
The last time that I think they did that was for him on Raw when he was trying to do the same thing, and essentially it failed.
Run it back, guys. Run it back.
Man. So Cesaro stuck around, and he's done it like kind of stared him out, and he's like, "Oh man, not this shit again." And
good for Cesaro.
Seth Rollins was pissed about that, so he went and attacked him from behind and started slamming his head into the damn the ramp, and Cesaro's head started leaking. Fortunately, Daniel Bryan came out to make the save, and man, I forgot to mention, Seth came out in this scumbag damn suit, man. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but it was like, yo, what is that shit made of rubber or something? Like, what are you wearing, fam?
Got it, boy.
But
you gotta come out. You gotta come out looking like a ex-male stripper sometimes. You can't, you know what I mean?
But nonetheless, it looks like they're going to be setting up our boy Cesaro for a major league feud with Seth Rollins down the line. I think that's going to be happening sometime post Elimination Chamber.
Good.
Because he needs somebody to elevate him, and I think that's an excellent contender for it.
It's about time, honestly. Cesaro, too good of a talent to be wasted. You know, he's done the tag team thing for so long. He's done the James Bond gimmick and everything.
Yeah.
like let's go. Let's get him up
and
there.
He ended up later having on, you know, I'll talk about it after what happens in the main event, but I ended up watching Talking Smack, and you can see that they're trying to let Cesaro get out of his shell, but he still needs to work on his promos. They need to really just work with him, because having Daniel Bryan there is like a crutch for him, because Daniel Bryan can give you some super passionate, edge-like promos. And once Cesaro can get to that level, I think that's when he's really going to be the Universal or the WWE champion.
All he needs is just that one.
Yeah, but you know what? Just give him a manager that can do it for him. Like they tried to do it with Paul before, it didn't work, but give him someone else.
Yeah, no, I agree.
All right, so I'm going to quickly touch on this one, because I've been loving what's going on with Bayley and with her little rivalry with Liv Morgan and Ruby Riott. So long story short, our girl Billie Kay comes out and distracts them with the damn resumes again. Ruby Riott gets pissed and takes him and throws him into the ring, which allows the distraction. And Bayley ends up hitting her finisher, which they called the Rose Plant this week. Last week they called the Ding Dong Hello. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Okay.
But could we eventually see Bayley and Billie Kay teaming up?
It's either going to happen, or I see Billie Kay. It's one of two things. Either she,
because it's not going to work with the Riot Squad.
No, it's not. She has to team up with Bayley.
Yeah,
and I think Bayley will use her.
I think it'll work.
She'll use her.
Yeah,
she's gonna use her, and Billie Kay's gonna be like, "Oh my God, I got a friend," and Bayley's gonna be like, "Yeah, I guess I'm your friend. Just help me get this title."
Yeah, let me get this win.
Yep.
Street Profits versus Otis and Chad Gable, the Alpha Academy. That was another good one, man. And one of the first things that I noticed was Montez cut his hair, man. He's sporting the low fade like your boy.
There you go.
Yeah, man. Otis and Gable, they look really good as a team now. They're wearing like matching singlets, just different colors. And Gable is getting a lot of the offense in and doing a lot of the ground wrestling, while Otis comes in for like the big spots and he just cleans house and does the caterpillar. It's a pretty good dynamic, at least for what it's worth. And ultimately, we see the Street Profits get the win after Montez Ford hits this, his From the Heavens Frog Splash.
Yeah.
Yo, that's like Rob Van Dam level. Like,
no, it's something to be seen. If
yeah,
you
man.
Get a chance to see it live.
Look up Street Profits Frog Splash or From the Heavens. Montez Ford, man, that dude's the truth.
Chad Gable is that damn good of a wrestler, though. Like he
former Olympian.
Yo, that dude, I felt like they gave him some good time in the ring and showing his skill. That dude is no joke, man. Yeah, former Olympian.
So as the match ends, we see the Street Profits, they try to leave, and Sasha Banks actually comes out and they dance together. Now, I don't know if she's trying to play the little psychological game, because Montez Ford is Bianca Belair's husband.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah,
I was thinking the same thing.
And Sasha, she's known for those mind games, man. She might try and play like the face, but she can flip that switch and go heel instantly. So yeah, they might be both faces right now, but if those two do end up facing off WrestleMania, I think it's going to be Sasha as the heel.
I could see that. Sasha, she's good at it.
Yeah,
she's convincing, and she's easily. You can really not like her.
Yeah, so that's going to lead into the next segment, which was an in-ring promo by Sasha, where she's calling out Bianca Belair. And Bianca eventually comes out and she's like, sweetie, you're not the boss of me. And pretty much tells her, she's not gonna tell her when she's gonna pick for her WrestleMania opponent. And that's immediately interrupted by the women's tag team champions, Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, making their way over to Friday Night SmackDown. And they come on and say that, they won their championship title on the same night that Bianca won the Royal Rumble.
Right.
And they're not getting no love. What's up with that? And Bianca and Sasha, they play the footage where we see Nia yell out, "My hole." And like we said earlier, they played up to it again because it got a little bit of viral reaction. And they end up getting their ass beat by Sasha and Bianca, which was kind of funny. But yeah, that was it. But do you think we could see them potentially teaming up to take on the tag champs, or maybe a quick run leading up to their match at WrestleMania?
If Teddy Long was around, you would see it. You would totally see it, but I don't know, maybe not. It was cool for what it was right now.
Yeah. So the final match of the night was Rude and Ziggler versus Cesaro and Daniel Bryan. This was a super fast-paced main event, man. I know you only got to see clips. Did you see anything about this match?
The only thing I saw was Ziggler getting beat down.
Oh, that's what he's good at. He's definitely good at selling shit.
He can sell all day. That's for sure.
Yeah, man. This was another match where I think they're really just shining up Cesaro, trying to make him look good and be a credible opponent for someone like Roman Reigns down the line at WrestleMania. He ends up doing his big swing again into the sharpshooter, and they end up qualifying for the Elimination Chamber. As soon as this match is over, Jey Uso hops into the ring and slams Cesaro in the back with a steel chair.
Nice.
Zayn and Corbin jump in, and then Kevin Owens' music hits, and he comes out in a very Stones Cold-esque kind of moment, just comes out and stunners everybody except for Sami Zayn, his best friend.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and he gets out there and just yells at the camera, "I'm coming for you, Roman. We're not done. I'm not going away." And they end the show.
But see, I love KO, man, but let KO be KO. I don't want to see more than a bunch of... I don't want to
Stone
see
Cold
stunners.
3.0.
Yeah.
Not even 2.0, because they keep on trying to do this. We just talked about this on AEW. Like, are they making Moxley like another Stone Cold? And now we're seeing this on Smackdown as well. It's like same week, same type of thing. It's like, come on, man, we need something new.
I love the fact that, you want that big finish at the end where people are getting laid out in the ring. And
On some Attitude Era shit.
Yo, I love that.
Yeah.
But I'm not feeling KO just coming out doing stunners everywhere. I mean, it's cool to reminisce, man, but
Yeah.
I mean, let KO be KO. Let KO come out and powerbomb everybody then. Like let him do
The pop-up powerbomb, because that's a dominant-ass finisher.
That finisher is insane.
And he's a big enough guy. Like, it's convincing.
Especially in the ring with all of them.
Yeah, like, he got the belly, but he got them arms, too, Like it's very convincing.
Because KO is a dope-ass performer, man.
Yes, he is.
I'm just tired of how they're using him. The way they're using him is like, they're trying to, like shove him down your throat. And
I feel like they're positioning him as this upper mid-card guy that they just slot him up to the main event here and there. It's like, oh, we need somebody that can go in the main event, but we're not gonna push him for the whole year. It's like make your decision and stick to it.
They're doing, what'd you say? They're doing the whole Mankind thing.
Yeah.
They're doing the Mankind thing to him. And
he's just gonna have to get over it with his own personality.
Yeah. And he's really good on Twitter. He's really good on the mic.
He's a great guy for what it's worth.
Yeah.
I own a KO shirt from his NXT days. Make no mistake. I fucks with KO.
I'm still upset that there has not been a Kevin Owens versus Samoa Joe. And I understand Samoa Joe's injury and everything. I just hope that somewhere down the line this does happen.
To relive their Ring of Honor.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna redo Nia Jax's "Oh My Hole,"
give us something that we really want to see.
Yeah, we really want to see real wrestling. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, so that's going to conclude our Smackdown segment, which is going to segue right into our next segment, which is going to be our Wrestlers of the Week.
Oh my goodness. This is going to be actually kind of tough for me.
Now, I watched everything, so this is easy for me. So for me, I'll go first, as I thought this was an easy choice for me. I'm going to go with Bobby Lashley on Monday Night Raw. I thought the reason being that dominant ass performance, when the way he picked up Keith Lee, I've never seen that.
See, and I'm going with Keith Lee.
Hey, okay.
I feel like what he did in the ring with Matt was just, it was dope.
It was magic.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. He was, what was that hold that Riddle does on his arm? And he just
he had him on a triangle lock, right?
Yo,
yeah, and he picked him up with one arm. Yeah, manhandled him.
Yeah,
and Matt Riddle's a big dude. I've shown you guys a picture of him before. He's a big dude. So to just do that and with that kind of power, and it's convincing.
Yeah, no, that's my Wrestler of the Week.
Okay, match of the week. Who do you got for match of the week?
I got Kenta, Moxley, Omega,
That was my shit too. I picked match of the week was Kenny and Kenta versus Lance Archer and Jon Moxley.
Easily.
The potatoes. I'm sorry, but it worked. The jump,
the stunt,
the stomp, like it just worked, man. Like the instant funk, everything was there.
Yeah.
Like it was just there.
I'm feeling that. That was definitely dope. you can go back and watch that match anytime, and it's going to be good.
Right. Okay, so if you had to pick your show of the week, who would that be?
Okay, this is actually a little tougher for me.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first.
AEW Dynamite.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you why. Because of that main event that they had, as we were just talking about with the potatoes and the kitchen fights. The storytelling that they're doing with the Inner Circle, with Sammy Guevara, with MJF, with Chris Jericho, it's making it worth it. The long-term effects that we're seeing and how they're telling this over months and months, and the dissension between the group. Also the stuff that's going on with Sting and Darby Allin. I'm just here for it, man. It was the best show this week, in my opinion.
I am going to actually go with Smackdown.
Oh, okay.
I like SmackDown's whole background with Big E, the open challenge. I like Apollo Crews looking like he's going to turn heel.
Stepping up.
Roman Reigns having his issues with management. Yeah, I really like that a lot. And it kind of threw a little twist in the whole Edge trying to pick somebody thing, because now I got you thinking, because now they're doing their Elimination Chamber.
Uh-huh.
And, Roman...
We have no idea who's going to be the WWE Champion or the Universal Champion in 2 weeks.
It's hella eye-catching to me. I don't know. Yeah. There's something weird about it, and I like it because it leaves you kind of wanting more and wanting to know more.
Yeah, I agree, man. And it was tough for me to pick AEW, but, like I said, the potatoes. He was in a submission and he got hit with a box of fucking potatoes. It was hilarious.
Yo, if you get hit with a box of potatoes, bro.
You won. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
you got me.
What is it? You have my curiosity, but now you have my attention.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, here's what I need from you guys. We talked about it a little bit earlier today in the show, but I need you guys to make sure you go and you stream that No Request EP from my boy Monty Bush and Nobody.
Yeah.
We want to see those numbers hit that 10,000 and far beyond that. Also, if you guys are watching us for the first time and you haven't seen our previous episodes, make sure you go back to our channel, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you like our videos. Because again, we're trying to break those algorithms. We're trying to make it big on YouTube. We're trying to make it big in the podcast scene and just show our love and passion for wrestling. Once again, I am the hardcore fan. This is the modern fan, and we are just trying to really just make some shit happen.
We're trying to, on our end, just, giving our opinion on what's been happening during the week. And we thank you guys for even tuning in and listening and watching us.
Rocking with us, the Twitter love that we're getting. And
follow, like, subscribe, share. All that really does matter for
you guys. Don't understand how much it helps, especially when you're starting off new. And this week, man, we're hitting you guys with 2 episodes. So as we mentioned earlier, we're going to be doing the NXT Vengeance Day reaction. I'm going to try and get that up as soon as possible. You'll be getting this episode first. Hopefully this is Sunday night, so we're going to try and get this out at least by Monday morning. If not, you should expect it sometime soon. And I try and get the YouTube the following day. I do produce everything and try and do all the shit myself, and I'm just learning as I go. So please, if you can help me out, or if there's someone out there that's like, hey, we want to make the show better for you, let us know, because we need help.
My man Just Fresh puts in so much work and time. You guys literally have no idea how hard this is. Yeah, nothing but respect.
All right, folks. So episode 4 is coming later this week. It'll be our NXT reaction from Vengeance Day. And as always, we appreciate you guys tapping in with us. My name is Just Fresh.
And I'm Monty Bush.
We are the Jabroni Bros. This is our wrestling podcast. Peace. Yeah. Episode 3 done, baby.
Perfect.
Hell yeah, man. And we still got 15 minutes before Vengeance Day starts. Hell yeah, I can run that shit back while we're watching.